Am I the astronaut for refusing to attend my in-laws' Christmas unless sister-in-law removes the stocking that has a different name than the one I chose for my unborn son? Whoa, this got heavy real quick. To preface, I, female, have been with my husband Todd for 3 years. He has a son, 9, from his late wife. Todd is pretty close to his sister, Monica. Their mom's deceased and Monica has basically taken over. She's nice to me and all, but she seems to be a bit controlling, especially when it comes to Todd. But that wasn't a real issue until after I got pregnant. After we found the gender of the baby, boy, she insisted on the name Tommy. But I refused because I already had a name in mind, and Todd loved it. But he chose to stay out of the fight, saying maybe we should just let Monica call him Tommy. I refused and asked her to please respect me and the fact that I'm the mom, not her, and she said okay. Like always, she's hosting Christmas for the family this year and invited me and Todd to Christmas dinner. I was intending on coming, that is, until I discovered that she hung stockings with her kids, nephews, and nieces' names and hung a Tommy stocking that's for my son. Boo! I was livid. I lost it on her and there was a huge fight. I told her I won't be coming to her Christmas dinner if she doesn't remove the stocking and put the real name, and then I left. Todd started yelling at me and we got home saying that I was attempting to ruin an important family tradition by refusing to come, and said that I was overreacting and cannot be telling his sister what she should or shouldn't do in her own home. Oh, Todd. Oh, Todd, you fool. He tried to convince me to come, but I said no. Not until she removes that stocking, and it doesn't look like she's going to do it, because he spoke with her, and he's now mad at me for making a huge deal out of it. Her husband, Philip, who's usually nice to me, called yesterday saying that he spoke with Todd, and he'd be devastated if I cause the family to miss the event at Monica's house and ruin it, not only for the adults, but for the kids as well, since my stepson loves spending the holidays with his cousin. Todd has been quiet, and the only way we communicate is through Philip. I feel ashamed. Maybe I overreacted. Am I the astronaut? Edit, to answer someone's question, no, I did not ask Monica to put a stocking up for my son. She said it was for my son. It was her decision, although I find it weird since the baby isn't even born yet. OP had a comment later on. No, there's no Tommy in the family. A totally random name, which makes me even more confused as to why she's so hung up on it. Makes no sense, honestly. Okay, she's already walking this way. She's like, I'll handle this. I got this. Candy Thunder's coming. You don't have this handled? You don't understand it. This is a power play. And there was actually there was a comment on a YouTube video the other day that talked about some cultural differences where some cultures, the mother, matriarch, whatever it is, of the family will have like an ongoing power battle with wives of their sons, which his sister has inherited here. Because she's inherited the matriarch kind of role, she now has stepped into the I'm going to have control over everything role. And this could be a cultural thing where she feels like that's her job to be able to control everything, but not to name people's kids for them and not to not respect their wishes to not go with the name that you chose. And hubby here, Todd, was that his name? Todd? Well, the stereo got wet somehow, Todd. Todd is worthless here. Todd is no help whatsoever. The fact that he is too weak to be able to stand up to his own sister and be like, look, you're going to respect my wife. You're going to respect the fact that this is not your child. You cannot control this child. You don't get to make decisions for me and my family, especially when it comes to naming our freaking children. If Todd is okay with her choosing a name for their child, which he wasn't in the beginning, but now he's like, you're making too big of a deal out of it. And symbolically, her putting the name on the stocking is her choosing the name for your child. Make no doubt about it, because she is announcing it to the family at that point. If there's an event and there's a Tommy stocking up there, it is her telling the family, your child's name is Tommy. And the fact that he is not willing to plant a flag and fight it means that he is just bowing down to it and letting her take control. You're kind of on your own here, which sucks because it would be great to have his backing here. And maybe I'm reading too much into it, but this sounds like one of the classic power play things where mothers-in-law, which she has assumed the role of, does battle with the wives of sons for control. This is a control issue. You cannot let her win this, not just because of the isolated incident that it is, but because of the indicative symbolism that this is the first domino. And this domino will lead to her controlling everything else and steamrolling everyone, which apparently she's really good at because Todd is unwilling to do battle here. Him staying out of it is choosing a side because he didn't actively stand up for his wife. There is no staying out of it when your wife is being attacked. Staying out of it is choosing a side. I want to get Candy Thunder up here and get her thoughts on this because it is complicated. This is a precedent. This is the first domino. This is war. This is one battle for a lifelong war, and you get to determine how it's going to go here. Inaction is action here, especially if somebody is attacking your wife. Inaction is action. He's not staying out of it. He's choosing to side by choosing to vote present. Candy Thunder, ladies and gentlemen.
But I think he did choose this side because he started an argument with his wife. He said he said Todd started yelling at me when we got home that I was attempting to ruin an important family tradition. So Todd has no problem with his sister naming his baby with another woman. Like that's the part that got me, that Todd was like, yeah, whatever, we'll just call him Tommy. I'm like, I just don't understand where Tommy even came from.
Oh, it's random according to OP
it's
here.
Just yeah, I don't understand. So he definitely chose a side because he fought with his wife over it and said she was making a huge deal out of it.
The sister does not get to choose the name.
No, and I mean
that's the statement that needs to be made here. But hubby is letting her have her way.
I would be super petty, and I would just start calling the sister by a different name. Call your husband by a different name, and just roll with it and be like, until you stop, I'm not going to stop. If you don't stop the bullshit, I'm not stopping the bullshit. Because this is my child's name.
Make sure you change their names in your phone, too. So it's like you're messaging with Princess Consuela Banana Hammock and Crap Bag.
Crap Bag, yes, yeah. Exactly.
And yes, do that. That's a good way to do it. Or, you can hang up your own stockings and be like, just write Biznatch on one of them.
Bring him with you and hang him over the fireplace and chuck the Tommy stocking.
Biznatch, Spineless. Who else we got? Mr. Biznatch. He's there too because he jumped in at the end. Sister's husband jumped in and is like, you're going to ruin this for everyone.
Which means that he's getting an earful, so he's trying to alleviate the pain on his end. She's
already amassed a healthy amount of power. You know what I mean?
Right.
Assuming this matriarch role. She's already, and knowing the culture would be helpful here because I think that could sway it. No, well, not sway it, but it could explain part of it.
Yes, 100%. 2 yes, 1 no situation for baby names.
Yeah.
You should both agree on the name. If not, you skip it and move on to the next one. It's just a very weird to pick and be like, this is it. I'm naming your child.
Yeah.
Also, OP, please make sure you get that birth certificate filled out on your own. Like, you better do not let the hubby fill that shit out.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be going home with Tommy.
You're gonna be going home with a Tommy.
Yeah.